We live in a rapidly aging world. Japan leads the crowd. Now 1 in 4 of our population is over the age 65. Europe is closely following. 1 out of 6 are age over 65. Now this number will increase rapidly. In Japan, by 2030, 1/3 of our population will be over age 65. And Europe will follow soon. And this is not just the developed economies, but take China. Currently, the number for those over age 60 is 12.5%, but due to the one-child policy, China will also age rapidly. And by 2020, 1 out of 5 people will be age 60. So what are the ramifications of this rapidly aging society? Well, if no active measures are taken, one, it will lead to weaker demand and structurally low growth. And secondly, we heard about the need for fiscal consolidations from many heads of state and finance ministers. But at the core of this, the mounting debt, is the increase in healthcare spending and social security pensions. So the central political debate is really, how do we finance this aging society? The obvious response is increase the retirement age, raise the retirement age, and that measure has been taken. But this only solves half the equation. Another topic that was frequently referred to was the problem of youth unemployment. So if we just raise the retirement age, you're effectively taking away jobs from the youth. Thus, we need job creation. How do we create jobs? Come in the entrepreneurs. So we like to believe that entrepreneurship can solve all the world's issues. How can we promote entrepreneurship in an aging society? How about old entrepreneurs? This is a 64-year-old Japanese entrepreneur wearing hoodies, trying to look like Zuckerberg. Okay, so I want to share with you some interesting facts. We are actually seeing more and more old entrepreneurs succeeding. There's a survey of more than 500 startups in the high-tech industry. And actually, there were people over 55 are almost twice as likely to launch high-tech startups, high-growth startups, than those aged 20 to 34. Another interesting survey on the success rate of these experienced entrepreneurs. The study of 5,000 startups that was launched in 2004, while 48% of these companies were founded by people aged over 45, 64% of the surviving companies came from these older experienced groups. So why is this? Why is it that older experienced entrepreneurs have a higher success rate? I want to share a personal story of the startup that I founded. I co-founded with my old partner. So back in 2006, I met my partner, Hao Deguchi. He was 58 at the time. He had a grand vision of transforming Japan's life insurance industry, but he was already semi-retired at the time, being seconded to a building management company. We got along instantly. Fast forward 2 years later, we had raised $165 million in capital and started Japan's first online life insurance company. Fast forward further, last year, we took the company public, and the business is doing very well. So what have I learned from this experience? Well, experienced entrepreneurs can have many of the virtues that are required to make entrepreneurship successful. So he has the industry expertise, he's been through this, he has the contacts, and he has the management skills. So all of these that the young entrepreneurs do not necessarily have. But of course, there are things that are missing within them. So by partnering with younger generations, I think this older population can be tapped as a pool for entrepreneurship in an aging world. So there's a myth that old people are not creative. Is that really true? A prominent venture capitalist said people under 35 are the people who make change happen, and people over 45 basically die in terms of new ideas. But I want to question that. So Benjamin Franklin was 46 when he discovered electricity. He was age 70 when he helped draft the Declaration of Independence. How old was Steve Jobs when he came up with the iPod, the iPad, iPhones. He was way over 45. So it's not to say necessarily that old people are not creative. And even if they were so, by partnering the young generations with the experienced, I think we can come up with a more new model of entrepreneurship in an ever-aging world. Thank you very much.